6 different individuals have hit a three tonight for the Blazers. They're 11 of 19. That's close to 58%. Here's Edwards with it. Trying to get himself involved in the offense. He'll fire the triple up and in. And Clingan getting the start tonight. DeAndre Ayton out with a sprained right index finger. Edwards behind the Gobert screen.
You can see it, that easy release.
Oh boy. Minnesota the other way. Crossing over Randall.
That's good help. It's a bunch of red in the paint right there. So he just goes outside.
Grant with his 8th assist of the night. Lamar with a career high in threes made. Edwards left side sets his feet. And he ripples the court with a triple.
Get to that free throw line and step up your confidence.
Murray coming off a 17-point game, including some textbook amazing defense as Anthony Edwards. Randall missed Gobert on the roll to the basket. Here's Edwards. They run 3 guys at him. Alex Len to contest. Wow. And he's having words for the officials. Oh, they double Gobert here.
Did he travel?
Yeah. Got away with some steps here. Extra pass. Anthony Edwards, he just checked back in. And right on cue continues his hot shooting. He's in double figures now.
What Ant just did was sick, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I mean, his explosive ability to punish the rim, but also knock down
that yeah,
triple. He is just unstoppable.
Edwards sitting on 20, looking for more, and has it. We were just talking about the threes. Edwards, step back. Man, that is deadly right there. Anthony Edwards now with 32.
6-0. Edwards open for 3. Gets the scoring started for the Wolves. 27-18. Edwards wants 3. Boom!
Oh man, I bet Thompson got caught going under that time on Ant.
Operating on Gobert. Lay-in won't go. Tap out to McDaniels. Quickly ahead to DiVincenzo. Edwards, 3-ball, money.
And honestly, every single person across the board on the organization has admitted to the lack of connection.
Yeah.
And I think some of it has to do with the timing of the trade as Anthony Edwards gets their second 3 to go. Julius has one. Now Anthony, who's taken a ton of those.
Dunn anticipated that perfectly with Randall. Edwards in the corner. Where the strip happened, not a foul. Where the arm grabbed arm, foul. Edwards says no foul needed. Well, we've talked about the Clippers defense, how good it's been this year. 5 of the last 7 opponents they've held under 100. Edwards splash on a 3.
Randall, drafted by the Lakers in 2014, 7th overall pick. Edwards lines it up. Bottom, a 3. Dante DiVincenzo making his Minnesota Timberwolves debut, coming off a career year with the New York Knicks. Was part of the heart and soul of that team. Edwards, he's got it, a 3 straight away. We hit the halfway point of the second quarter. Edwards nails it for 3.
That's a good option to go to when you're struggling, I'll tell you that.
Series against the defending champions, Jamal Murray had to hit 2 game winners in that series.
Edwards got a 3.
Led them in scoring a season ago at almost 27 points a game. They're showing him a lot of bodies. He pulls the 3 and knocks it down.
But going into the offseason with the unknown of him being a free agent and having played so well as Anthony Edwards makes that corner pocket 3 there, he's gotten going. And I think, you know, that's something that you have to be happy with if you're Mike Brown defensively.
Edwards figures it's his turn, and he knocks down his 3rd 3-ball.
Not able to convert at the level that you want to see them at this point in the game, but you got to keep in mind right now DeMar DeRozan, who's been so good for them, is getting a rest and the offense for Sacramento, and that is the difference in this game. And it has been DeMar DeRozan in that mid-range game that has made the difference.
Edwards with that jumper wet.
Wolves getting back into their action. Randall. And now it's Conley over to Edwards. Edwards wants 3 and connects. In traded to Toronto last season. Here's Edwards. Pull up. That time toe beyond the arc. Great play by Randall. And now it's DiVincenzo. Over to Edwards. Long distance connection. Bottoms. Edwards. That pass nearly stolen. They work it around. Edwards. 3-ball. Corner pocket. Led by as many as 22. Really expecting the Raptors to just go away. Edwards in the corner. Cash!
Well, we've seen it all, the things we talked about from Gafford offensively tonight. He's run, he's rolled, he's rebounded.
No hesitation from Edwards, who cans the triple.
Last year in the conference finals, we'll see how it goes tonight.
In and out for Irving. Edwards and Randall on the same page. Hot hand. Yes, sir!
With Irving and Doncic, he's going to get a lot of good looks. Those guys are great creators.
Edwards. Oh, Anthony Edwards, bullseye. Off the switch. That one doesn't roll down. Reed secures it.
Doncic's shooting struggles from last night.
Oh! Anthony Edwards is putting on an offensive exhibition. Dinwiddie can't hit the three. Rebound deflected. Run out for DiVincenzo. Goes behind the back with the razzle-dazzle dribble. Edwards got it! Anthony Edwards is unconscious. Get it in for Naz Reid. 1:18 to play. First quarter. Marshall defending Edwards. Gobert the screen. Edwards. Oh, this is ridiculous! Anthony Edwards. Edwards crosses on Thompson. The pull-up block doesn't go. Rebound. Controlled by Alexander Walker. Edwards lines it up. Got a three.
He's 2 for 2 tonight to start. Although Nuggets still lead by 1. Edwards, Brown chasing him around. Gobert and Anthony Edwards able to connect.
That Minnesota could miss Cat more, particularly in this matchup on the defensive end, than the offensive end, given the job he did in that series against Jokic.
Yes, I think they can, as you see Edwards knock down that three.
Minnesota's hit 6 here in the first quarter. Edwards had that monster start the other night, had 24 points in the first against Dallas. Step back jumper, got it! Three-pointer for Edwards, his third three-pointer. And Brown, 12 points, the third player in double figures as Edwards answers back his fourth three-pointer. And he's now in double figures. Edwards left wide open. His three-pointer gets the forward bounce. Nice spin move, Alexander Walker. Edwards walks into a three, knocks it down, his sixth three-pointer of the night. Handle to Edwards. Minnesota down 4, under 2 to play. Edwards a three-pointer. Bang! Anthony Edwards from downtown. It's a one-point game.
Something you don't see against Victor all the time, where you have a smaller offensive player challenging Rudy Gobert in the paint.
And there is Anthony Edwards for 3. He has not been shy in taking three-pointers. Edwards, 3. Anthony Edwards has taken now 69 threes so far this season. 15 points, 11 rebounds for Chris Paul. Edwards pulls up and hits it with Barnes right there.
Got it right back. Offensive rebound and bucket is Taj Gibson. Nice start. Here's Edwards beyond the arc. Hits the tray.
Way off base, but I think that dunk has energized this young man. Sometimes plays like that can completely change your night, as Anthony Edwards.
Randall over to Edwards. He wants 3. It's good. And he has the potential to make SportsCenter every night. Edwards. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun.
Edwards got a piece of that way up.
He just signed a big extension last year that starts this year. Here's Edwards with space.
Yeah, you got to come up and you got to show.
Back to a 6-point Bulls lead. Edwards fires over Buzelis and hits.
Man, his jumper is sweet.
Randall almost lost it. There is Edwards. That's a big-time basket for Anthony Edwards. This is the largest lead of the game for the Timberwolves at 4.
Pulling.
And Edwards hits again.
Pulling. You saw that in his eyes. You saw it coming down the floor. He was just walking into that shot.
The paint has been a problem, Stacey. It's been a problem all season. They've allowed the most paint points per game and 60+ in 4 straight now. Anthony Edwards off 3. What feels like a dagger from Edwards in what has been a massive second half.
Minnesota has not been a great shot blocking team this year, but it's kind of changing now. Rudy's getting out there.
Edwards, an open look coming off the screen, and Anthony Edwards hits the catch.
Is their human highlight reel. He can get up and has had some spectacular dunks.
A sidestep from Anthony Edwards, and he drained a three-pointer from the wing. And here comes McDaniels the other way. Leaves it for Randall. Julius Randall, the kick out. Edwards open for 3, and Ant drains it. See if the Timberwolves can put a little run together before halftime. Edwards, back-to-back threes.
DeAndre was dropped that time. Jaden. And then, of course, you're putting Jaden on whoever the most prolific scorer is. Ant knocks down the corner 3.
That is the 5th made three-pointer tonight for Anthony Edwards.
From really all zones. His corner three-point shooting, the amount has gone up, and then again.
So Ant got a little, got well.
He's a super healer.
He got super healed and came back and hit a 3, just like that.
He works hard. 4 of 9 for Denny Avdia.
Edwards a foot behind the line. He is feeling something tonight. Anthony Edwards with his 8th.
Oh, he's blown by that.
There's a good chance. Simons will try it again, and Anthony Simons hits a tough 3.
Conley over to Edwards. Edwards watched by Highsmith. Pull up 3, picking up right where he left off on Friday. Randall seeing the double. Skip pass. Edwards needs to get going. Drains the 3. Rebound Gobert.
Nice.
Gobert now with 10 rebounds.
Nice veer that time by Jaden to get back and switch. Ant knocking down the 3 off the Rudy screen. For him, he's got 10 points on 4 or 5 shooting.
Nice pass and catch to Edwards in the corner. Pull up over Highsmith. Nothing but nylon. Randall, does he want payback?
Go to work.
Spins, kick out. Ant for 3. Cash.
I love it when Julius goes to work in that ISO at the elbow and demands the basketball back.
Fires over Booker. Money! Randall lines it up. No good. McDaniels has it. Edwards for 3.
Boom! Minnesota won that first matchup 112 to 101. Try to put their imprint on. Raptors have been really good, Jack. Edwards is going to rise up, and the 3 is good. It rolls around.
Great spacing that time, and 5 assists now from Scotty B.
And Edwards starting to heat up, and you don't want to see that, which leads the team in fast break points, right? Get him out and go. He can get to the iron, to your point, Jack. Here's Edwards. He's going to take that 3 and to make it. Sweet touch. First miss from the line, Jack. 7 of 8. 3.
To my point.
So Jaylen Brown is 5 for 6. Rest of the team is 0 for 5. Edwards slams the brakes and hits the tray.
Man, it's against Aquaman. No, that would have been tough for us to stop if Al Horford was cooking like that.
Edwards right back at you. 2 good looks. Edwards. That's a 3. Edwards, a high-volume three-point shooter, trying to string a couple together.
That's 2 in a row. Big week. That 5 games in 7 nights. Those aren't easy. And everyone's gunning for the Celtics. So it's going to be a good week of basketball.
Anthony Edwards makes it a 4-point game. Edwards.
Answers.
And then with De'Aaron Fox, be more aggressive with him. You got to have a little bit more aggressive attitude, especially gap help and low man help as well.
Edwards for 3. They only had 8 rebounds. Edwards, 3 more. Yes, sir.
All those help and recover situations that Rudy's in, trying to clean up the mess for someone else and then get back to his own.
Edwards sets the feet. Alexander Walker outside. Edwards, good!
A couple times now, Nikhil has made a play. Got a lot of respect for LeBron, though, that at 40 years of age, he still plays in all these games. He could have taken a night off tonight real easy.
Edwards bombs away.
His efficiency has gone up over the last few ball games. It's been welcome sight. They're going to need it here tonight. Edwards for 3. It's good. Gobert pinned beneath the net. Sends it out top side to Edwards for 3. But again, that trade with Karl-Anthony Towns has taken some time for both the Knicks and the Wolves to get used to. I'm not sure the Wolves are totally there yet, but they look very good here tonight. In particular, Anthony Edwards knocks down another 3.
Changing directions, leave the defender behind you.
12 for Coffey, Edwards for 3. It's good again.
You know, and just working hard, earning everything, knowing that nothing's given, and just that mindset. That's what Coach Nat is all about.
Nothing dropping. They're now 5 of 18 from 3. Edwards, you bet. Anthony Edwards celebrates his 2nd triple of the game.
Surprised Gobert didn't roll so that Naz Reid could be the pop guy.
Edwards connects on a 3. 6-point Minnesota lead. Edwards. Pull up 3 is good. Push the foul.
And he wants to get it back to Edwards. Got Buddy Hield on him instead of GP2. Edwards takes 10 threes a game. I think the fans did not like the delayed Gobert reaction.
Yeah, but that's what happens if you get hit in the eye. You're going to react back.
Anthony Edwards puts it right in your eye with a 3. Steve Kerr desperately looking for some kind of offense. Warriors lost 6 out of 7 and haven't been able to hit 100. And yeah, Anthony Edwards is hitting from everywhere.
All this was Steph out of the game right now.
Anthony Edwards, superstar, bottoms a 3.
Off the dribble, I'm telling you. Last season, he was like...
Anthony Edwards gives Minnesota the lead.
He can smell it.
As the Knicks come up empty, rare miss into the corner. This is Edwards, and he bangs it in. Badly needed bucket. Haven't needed much in the way of scoring from Jalen Brunson tonight. 11 points with Towns leading the charge. 22 for Towns, and Minnesota trying to chip away. If this was Cat maybe younger, maybe there'd be a little concern, but he's just such a measured player. His temperament. As Edwards launches a 3 in front of the Knicks bench.
Now, we thought these fans were being patient then. McDaniels finds Edwards. Cash! They were aware of the clock. Edwards.
That shows you how much time .8 is.
Edwards the answer. After Gobert missed both free throws on the opposite end, Warriors extend the lead. Edwards for 3. Good!
Got over the top.
And Edwards didn't pick up the foul. He was playing with 4 fouls. Got a good screen. Fires again! Edwards on a heater.
McDaniels misses the 3. Randall keeps it alive. Finds Anthony Edwards at the 3-point line, and he nails it. Anthony, outstanding.
To be able to call out your dunks, right?
Well, yeah, when you call a shot like that.
Edwards didn't call the 3, but they'll count it anyway, and we're tied at 5.
Nico Harrison has made some really intelligent roster moves. Last year, bringing in P.J. Washington and Daniel Gafford. And then Najee Marshall was a home run this year.
And Rudy turns it over almost. Edwards with 3. He's got to fire soon. Has to hoist one. A 9-1-1. Santa Claus is in the building, folks.
They have to pick up the pace. They were really easy to guard in that first half, which is unusual.
A deep 3 is butter. Anthony Edwards.
Rockets rocking the City Edition. Uniforms here tonight as Edwards buries the 3, their second.
Inbound, I mean, they don't want you to have anything. Jae'Sean Tate making that play.
Edwards will pull back on Tate. He drilled it.
Looks like Jalen gets it. Even if he misses, a layup or a shot, he gets it up really high so the big's going to rebound.
Edwards is hot, 2 in a row, 3 for 3 overall. Randall thought about it. Now to Alexander Walker. Tate switches on him. To Edwards. Tate switches on him. Shoots the off-balance 3. Oh, he made it! You just talked about it. Off-balance heave for 3 on the wing, and Minnesota up 1 after trailing by 16. That's what the Spurs do. They lead the NBA in assist percentage.
Oh, beautifully done. Ant with the rainmaker.
Edwards, double teamed. Tough spot, the three-point shot, and that is the brilliance of Anthony Edwards. He saw all the defenders all over him right near the sideline. Randall, double, kicking, extra pass, Edwards, wide open for the 3, and Minnesota gets that 3 right back.
And found his big man open in the paint.
Edwards from the outside yet again. He's got the last 8 for Minnesota. He had 12 assists in the last 2 games coming into tonight. DiVincenzo outside Edwards. You don't want him to get going, and that 3 goes down.
That's good ball movement by the Timberwolves.
And the Timberwolves come in with a home record of 9-6, and last year 30-11. Edwards with a 3, and it's perfect.
The guy who's made a huge contribution for Boston, we saw it there defensively, is Neemias Queta. And Joe Mazzulla sticking with him down the stretch here in the 4th.
Nice looking shot.
Mike Conley against Cade Cunningham. Edwards gets a Gobert screen. Guns for 3, and it's through.
Pistons have all the energy they were lacking in the first half against the Charlotte team last night. They're here to play tonight.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who's now in the top 5 in three-point percentage in the league, is checked in. And there's a great three-point shooter. Anthony Edwards hits another one. Topside bounce to Anthony Edwards. Edwards working against Ausar Thompson. Takes the top side, guns for 3, and it's through. Beasley gets the second, has 15. A minute 18 to play in the half. 53-37. The Pistons lead it. Anthony Edwards gets to a spot and triples.
This is a good game, folks. I mean, it doesn't feel like your ordinary early January regular season game.
And 5 assists and 4 rebounds. Pistons 72, the Timberwolves 51. Anthony Edwards calmly triples. Back inside to Julius Randle. Randle from in front, takes the shot, dishes to Anthony Edwards. Open for 3, and it's through. But he has 7 assists. Edwards rises and fires and fills it. What a shot. Just now, Malik Beasley with 23. He's 6 for 12 from behind the long line. Anthony Edwards for 3, that's right on through.
Edwards over to McDaniels, back to Edwards, lone wolf, Cash! Can't hit the 3, DiVincenzo the board, and Minnesota, after trailing by 19, has a chance to take the lead, and they do! First lead since it was 7-4.
So, the thing we know for sure is Dante Naz and Nickeil have been great as Ant knocks down another triple.
Tight play to make, and then Edwards gets an interception on the other end. Edwards, 3-ball, Cash! Sets up Edwards, 30-point night. Watched by Jones. Edwards, sidestep, fires, and he drilled it! Kill shot, ladies and gentlemen. Edwards on an island with Porter. 40 seconds to go in regulation. Edwards, 3 more. Cash!
Oh my God.
Young man of the first year of a healthy 5-year deal, close to $200 million. Now, Anthony Edwards, and back-to-back buckets for Minnesota. Smaller man on him, but he couldn't do a thing about it. 4 on the clock, so you know Edwards is going up. And
nothing you can do about that.
Right. Herb on the run. Man, turnover. That was hot for Eve. Second turnover for the Pels early, already down by 9. It'll be Edwards, feeling pretty good, and a timeout for Willie Green.
I tell you, Minnesota, in last year, they had the #1 defense in the league. They have excellent point of attack defenders.
Edwards, another triple.
He's shooting that.
Yeah, corner 3.
Yeah, he's shooting that.
Barely got there. Z after it. But Randall picks it up. Got to stop the basketball. Behind his back, a nifty play. Because I thought DeJounte had it. So did he. And how about a triple? Early entry for Brandon Boston. Because Herb sits down with 4. Edwards, he wanted a rhythm dribble. It paid off. He's up to 25 points already. Edwards for the lead.
Lord have mercy.
Man, is he talented.
Lord have mercy. And the thing is, that's supposed to be a hit.
In the NBA. He missed both free throws, but it's tapped out to Edwards. Another chance for Minnesota. Edwards for 3. Got it. Anthony Edwards. That's Gobert protecting the rim. Here comes Edwards. He'll pull up and fire another 3. Got it again. Jeff, I watched him warm up. He must have hit 15 threes in a row. His first bucket of the game. And that is another 3 for Anthony Edwards. 4:24 to play. The Magic have taken the advice of Jamal Mosley. They have really picked it up defensively. Gobert out to Edwards. A 3-point shot. It's good.
Poor effort by Washington, no doubt about it. Lost by 41. And Brian Keefe, let's just say, was very judicious with his post-game comments.
Versus Alex Sarr.
Alex Sarr, last 19 games, is averaging 13 points. For Sarr. 4 on the shot clock. Edwards, step back. Cash.
That's just dirty money right there.
26
dirty
points.
Money.
Really got his offense going in that third quarter for Washington when they needed it. Edwards, crossover, finish. Feels like Minnesota's just turned it up another level. Here he is on a step back. Cash him out. Nothing but net for Anthony Edwards.
Vikings were down 21 at halftime in their playoff game to the Rams on Monday, and the Wolves down 22 after the first quarter here to Golden State. But Edwards throws a 3 to start the second quarter as NBA leading 164th on the year.
Activity has been a killer for Minnesota. Turnover. Edwards for 3. Boom!
And Edwards, who's only taken 1 official shot this half, but the leading scorer for the Wolves with 22. He'll fire a 3 here and drill it. His first 3-point attempt of the second half is good. 6.3 seconds to go. Edwards fires a 3 and hits it with 9/10 of a second left.
Edwards trying to get on the books, previously turned it over.
Tries another 3 and finally gets it to go. He was 0 for 6 to start.
Edwards a silent night tonight.
And hits that one. He started 0 for 6, but he's hit 2 of his last 3.
Very few free throw attempts.
Edwards, he tries a 3. That's good. Edwards now hits one. Comes out to Reed.
New shot clock. Ball hit the rim.
Edwards pulls back, fires away from 3, gets another.
That's his signature move right there, a little crossover.
McDaniels goes inside. Boy, there's so much contact going on out there right now. Edwards sidestep for 3. That's good. He now has 20. Edwards step back, 3-pointer's good. And this is now the largest lead of the game. He's got 31. What a performance from Anthony Edwards.
We've seen OKC play some good D, but these guys Might be the best we've seen this season.
Edwards capping off a brilliant performance.
Mike getting off to a fast start last night in New York was huge for Minnesota.
Edwards for three, got it. Wolves did a great job rebounding last night. Randall got it back to Edwards. Splash! LeVert shooting 43% from three-point range this season. That is a career high. Edwards crossover, three more!
We've seen it work before, and it works against a lot of teams. I mean, it's NBA players don't like playing against zone defenses.
6 turnover for the Cavaliers. Edwards, three ball, bullseye.
The smallest guy gets the rebound. Rob Dillingham. Edwards, that's good. Edwards looking for a seam. Edey comes out, they leave Edwards, finds the laces, and he buries it. Yeah, rookie mistake there. Edey leaving too early created that opening for Edwards. You know, right now he's 21 points a game on 61% field goal shooting in his last 5 games. And had 22 in San Antonio the other night. Edwards.
He's an excellent chase defender. 18th season, 37 years old. Edwards, line drive, nails the three. His first three-pointer. Big difference this year for Quentin Grimes. Not just a 3-and-D guy, but putting it on the deck and attacking more mid-range. Conley, beautiful setup. Edwards drills his second three. And Minnesota back up by 3.
You can't overstate the impact Rudy Gobert has had on this game, really from the opening tip. And there you go, you give them 3 opportunities on the same possession after you've defended well.
Denver unable to take the rhythm offensively away from this T-Wolves team. In rhythm, Edwards. Hotter than fish grease, Anthony Edwards. In that context, a big game coming up for Dallas next. Edwards with the logo 3, and it's butter.
It's a basketball hotbed, and they take a lot of pride.
Certainly is.
Of course, won the silver medal in the Olympics as Edwards knocks down his first 3 of the ball game. Started 0 for. Minnesota has not been disciplined in this final 4 minutes of this third quarter. Edwards, 3 ball, buried it.
Edwards gets to his right hand. He'll pull that step back 3. Beal crossing over Edwards and the drive inside. Shot blocked away by the 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Gobert. The trailing Edwards. Beal. Not always the case with him.
Because he has the angles down back.
Edwards gets a screen, lines up the 3, and hits it.
Avoid Anthony Edwards. He went right into his body. Just kind of stunned him a little bit. Wasn't able to get to the shot, but Anthony Edwards answers. Obviously, he was frustrated. Yeah.
Edwards 0 for 2. Had a couple of free throws, and that's it in the first half. Over the top, Edwards plants his feet, 3's away and good.
That's a tough shot.
They're all a great example for the young guys on this team to follow and also not to take any of this for granted, guys.
The bowler, as the young people say, he's built different.
Yes, he is. So is Edwards.
Yes, he is, but yeah, he has struggled. But that's another $50 donation from your Utah Forward stores to the Utah Food Bank, making a local difference that's built for a crowd.
Edwards. Oh, got to bounce and back pedals after the 3. Edwards splash it right in front of the Minnesota bench.
Like Anthony Edwards. Again.
Edwards. 0 for 2 from the floor. And he just changed that.
Malik Monk got away with extending his arm and charging it to Mike Conley, too, at the beginning of that possession.
Edwards for 3. Yes. Inbound to Edwards. 5-point advantage for the Kings. Edwards good at the horn. Too little, too late. 116, 114 the final. spoken like a true big guy.
Yeah, well, Nas gets out there and runs a lot.
Edwards flicks the wrist. It's 14-2. And watch the dunk contest. So now guys are more participating in the three-point contest nowadays. Edwards for three. He should participate in the three-point contest. Shot clock and game clock nearly identical.
Let Ant play off the ball, too. I mean, he's going to come get it, but...
There he is. Three ball. Edwards. Good! Edwards. Sidestep into a three. And now it's Edwards. Shot clock under 10. Edwards fires over two defenders. Took them both down.
You know, it's something you've got to coach and you've got to preach.
Edwards three more. His sixth triple of the night.
At least 3 of the 4. I mean, he did play in the last game as Ant knocks down a 3, picks up where he left off last game. Sengun did play against Brooklyn.
In the 2 matchups with Minnesota this season, has not gotten off against the Wolves thus far. Edwards, heat check. Oh, he's money. 15th tie of the ball game. Nearly 5 minutes gone by. Edwards for 3. Yes, sir! Edwards. Long range 3. Cash! The 1,000th three-pointer of his career.
So that ends that run. Edwards working on Brooks, one-on-one out high, pulling back again. Another really deep three, and he keeps making them.
Stopped on that left leg or right leg and just kind of hung there for a second. Great body control, contortionist Evan Mobley is.
Jerome Allen, Porter, and Garland. Here is Hunter with a hesitation move that's blocked by Gobert. Ball comes into the hands of Anthony Edwards. Edwards for 3.
Ty Jerome kicks it over, nice to Donovan Mitchell. Ball doesn't touch the floor. Excellent basketball.
Edwards picked up by Porter. That's a contested 3. Tough shot by Edwards. 52-33 lead.
Boy, he makes big shot after big shot, Darius Garland does from that three-point range. He is absolutely on another level. DeAndre Hunter shows that shooting touch.
Hunter shooting a career-high 39% from behind the line. Edwards with a crossover move and a good one. Donovan and Rudy Gobert qualified for the playoffs in Utah in all 5 of his seasons. They advanced to the second round twice, but never the conference finals as Edwards fires and scores. Edwards creeps toward the baseline, dumps to Gobert, touch pass over to a teammate, Alexander Walker, who couldn't shoot it. Back to Edwards for 3. Edwards draws a crowd, no surprise there. He'll fire over Donovan Mitchell, hit a tough 3.
McDaniels, no, got his own, out to Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker got it back from Edwards, stops on a dime. Ant, corner 3, boom. Meanwhile, tonight, the Wolves have turned it over 6 times, leading to 8 points for the Bucks. Edwards, 3 more.
Ant is shocked. In that video we just had of him, looked like there was much, but that's 2 ends of the bet.
Kuzma goes down again, turned it over. Ingles. Back to Edwards for 3. Cash.
A little more arc on that one.
Edwards will take the 3 and hits.
Alexander Walker puts it off the window. Shannon naps it on the inside. Edwards, flyby. Edwards, book it, a 3. 4th foul earlier, so some changes here. Dillingham in, and so is the veteran Joe Ingles for the Timberwolves. Edwards lets it fly. He's got it, a 3. OKC is 2 of 10 in the 4th quarter. Edwards, his jumper, he's got it. A tray ball for Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, I mean, he is just a bucket getter, and he could do it on any platform.
So can this guy. Right on the money. Edwards with 10 points, his first 3 of the game. Green again racing up the court. Missed that shot. Garza with a quick outlet. Edwards in the open floor. Takes the 3 and connects. Edwards with 15. Anthony Edwards on the step back. Cans it. We're all even at 55, and Edwards with his third three.
You see more and more of this in the NBA. The game we did last week, Golden State, Dallas, at one point, Draymond Green was the biggest guy on the court at like 6'6".
Anthony Edwards drills a three-pointer.
Edwards, the adrenaline is flowing. Fires up a three, knocks it in. Anthony Edwards from downtown. It's a two-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander, good contest of the shot, not good enough. Edwards nails his second three-pointer. Zone defense here from OKC. Clark to Edwards, shot clock at 4. Sidestep, tied up in the corner, hits the three with a 7-footer right on him. Clark shake it up. A three-pointer is good from Edwards. They need to commit a foul.
That's good action, good activity. The tap out.
Edwards so good on the step back. Then you see the high release, that high arc.
He's picked up by Doncic, and he just leaves him right there as he tries to get in towards the basket. Edwards, this might go down. He's due. Anthony Edwards for three.
They timed that perfectly.
Edwards in and out dribble. The flyby by Finney Smith. The three by Anthony Edwards.
Man, let me tell you what. Did not say LeBron and the Lakers. That's saying something.
Hey, they wrote it for me, folks. Anthony Edwards writing his own story with the three ball. Edwards. Now KD picks him up on the screen. Edwards with a step back contested three. Knocked one down on his man again.
That is a tall front line to have to go up against when you're driving into the painted area.
Edwards behind the three-point line, knocks down another one. Richards with another opportunity. Bol again. And Reed clears.
But you love the confidence that Bobo's playing with. Again, you know, earlier in his career, he would have never taken that shot as Ant plays with tremendous confidence. With Diana Taurasi is seeing her stand at the top of the key with the ball palmed. She has mitts. Ball palmed in her hand as Ant-Man knocks down a huge three.
19 turnovers in the ball game for the Suns. And activating, raising up, Butter. Anthony Edwards in full effect.
But he has 18 points. Edwards for three. Good.
So he can really score the basketball. He's been needed to, though. We've seen Jaden Nas have some big games as well. When you have so many guys down, someone's got to score.
Edwards, target practice.
Quick trigger. I love the fact that Edmonds shooting the ball, making a lot, continues to put it up there.
Anthony Edwards leads the NBA in three-pointers attempted. Edwards. Wow, okay. Goodness. Yeah, I've seen enough.
Wow. And sometimes we'd have first play, the second play. If the first play worked, we'd run it again. And then you get a couple of times up and down the floor, and you go second play, and nobody remembers what's going on. So you go back to what you know.
This after a great shooting game last night at home against Philadelphia. Edwards. Oh, my goodness. People used to complain that he was shooting too much.
Yeah.
No. T-Wolves with numbers. Now even strength. Edwards. He is shooting on the year 40% in high volume. LaMelo left it short. Oh, it's a quick one. Oh, my goodness. Thought the Hornets were going to catch a break, but when Anthony Edwards shoots it, it's always a good shot.
What a nice start for Kevin Love, really playing off Bam, being more the outside guy and making the Wolves pay with that triple.
Edwards triples over the 2 for his last 20 from downtown before that splash. That gives Miami a 5-point lead, which is their biggest lead of the game. Edwards triples. He's going to stay quiet for just so long. You would figure Anthony Edwards would want to take ownership of the game right at this time.
60 against us, he was still suffering that injury. He might have surgery and be done for the rest of the year.
And pops on a straightaway three, 41% for beyond the arc.
I mean, how big is he? Is KLC, is he 6'6"?
I don't know if he's that tall. I was going to say 6'4".
Okay.
But he's up there.
Okay.
And deep three, showing some range.
In the playoffs as a good defender. Reed, way off the mark from three, but there's Conley. And now Edwards, good look. Finally cans a triple after starting 0 for 4 from behind the arc. 10 straight Denver points. Minnesota has missed its last 5 shots. Not shy Edwards, and he drains his second three.
Just great footwork and great presence on that court.
Edwards lets it fly and drills a three. Anthony Edwards, 17 points, his third three-pointer. Anthony Edwards, the 4th leading scorer in the NBA at 27 points per game, a career high. He's 2nd in the NBA in made threes. He'll look for another one, and it's good. Anthony Edwards with 4 three-pointers on the night. And they get another second chance opportunity. Murray just kind of stood there. That was interesting. Didn't really track down the loose ball. And Edwards pays it off with a three in the corner.
Edwards wants 3 and drills it. First three-pointer of the night. Gives it up to Edwards. Fires another 3. It's good.
And it's coming to the party now.
Edwards. Momentarily left alone. He will fire the 3, and it's good. Anthony Edwards.
In the backcourt, going to need a little help. Finds an outlet in Edwards. Anthony Edwards behind the three-point line, and Edwards gets rolling early here. That the Jazz came out, and that was the game. DiVincenzo almost lost it. Edwards will try from 3 and hit again. Walker Kessler leads the NBA in offensive rebounding percentage, and he got one there. Sling pass to Edwards. He'll take the 3 from the wing, and Anthony Edwards has hit 3 of them already in this first quarter. Tied up by the Timberwolves. Nickeil Alexander-Walker got a hand on it. Edwards will stop at the top of the key, and that one goes. Edwards looking for a quality shot. Wolves trying to go 2 for 1 here. Edwards, the 3 ball, he's got 2 in a row, and he's up to 41 points.
Edwards. Crossover, fires a 3, bottoms. Here we go. Rebound, Conley.
Another great job by Jaden to get in there and knock that ball off the glass to keep it.
Edwards lining up the 3, got it! Back-to-back threes for Minnesota. Dumps it off to Conley. Around the screen, Randall makes the catch. Over to Edwards, beyond the arc, drills the triple. That is his 2nd of the ballgame.
I mean, he's a beast. If he's fully healthy with their full team, fully constituted, they're a tough out.
Edwards swish. Just 18 wins on the season, and they only have 6 wins on the road against teams above 500. Edwards, we're tied.
How about that play call?
This is his 30th appearance of the season and already 9 games off the bench with multiple steals. Edwards from St. Louis Park. 68-53. Randall spinning outside. Edwards for 3. Yes, sir! Edwards tried to go bank. No. Randall, extra effort. Edwards alone for 3. Cash!
Edwards, step back, and hits.
I like it. I like what coach is doing.
Doesn't have numbers, but going to go at Allen. Toss out to Edwards, alone for 3.
He's got 20 to lead Phoenix. If I'd have told you earlier in the season Colin Gillespie would lead them in scoring against Minnesota, would you have believed me? Yeah.
And Booker just had not been able to find the range. DiVincenzo over to Edwards for 3. Cash! In regulation, Wolves getting a nice ovation from this home crowd. Edwards for 3. Boom! An hour and 20 minutes to play a 12-minute quarter is wild.
That's ridiculous. I mean, NBA games take 2 hours and change.
Edwards behind the back. Cans the trifecta. Rebound McDaniel.
Great contest by Rudy on the perimeter.
Edwards for 3. Cash!
back.
Edwards around the Gobert screen. Edwards for three. Yes, Sirski!
Minnesota's really done a great job on the glass tonight, too.
Edwards for three. Boom!
Three-point shooting evolved. Jokic said, how can I get better? And can I shoot threes? And Malone said yes. Edwards triple as he puts it in.
If you're the Timberwolves, you've got to figure out a way for Anthony Edwards to get going. Your best player's got to have much more of an impact here if you want a chance.
Edwards a three. Got it. Jokic patrolling the perimeter now. Gordon. This could tie it from Edwards. Got it! Got it! 108 apiece. Big time triple. Gordon with the three from the side. Rebound, front forward, crap by Randall. In the middle for Edwards. Another three. Oh! He is a machine. Alexander Walker. McDaniels gets it back to Alexander Walker. Corner three. Good! Edwards puts it down. Timberwolves by 1.
12 to shoot for Reed. Short roll, it's Gobert. Etienne is in for the second time in his NBA career, and Edwards laces the triple. Minnesota starting to cook, now up by 8. It's Randall, loaded up. And a rebound, long rebound. Edwards, right place, right time, finds Nylon. And Edwards went down. Oh, inadvertent with the Nets bench. 10 Minnesota turnovers in this game, and Brooklyn once again taking care of the basketball as they did in Dallas, as Edwards laces another triple.
Another shot block, which has been a huge part of what Minnesota's been able to dominate at.
Edwards, he'll set her. Edwards will hit. Whitehead and Timmy. Alexander Walker leave it, get it right back. Quick ball reversal, and Edwards cans the triple.
Here's Jaden McDaniels. Of course, his brother Jalen was a one-time Sixer a couple of years ago. Edwards with the Swans. And then the other Edwards with the corner three.
Keeping his dribble alive, it keeps his options open.
Lonnie leading the way with 11. And Anthony Edwards answering right back. He's got 13 now. 23 assists on 37 made field goals tonight for the guys in red, white, and blue. Edwards creates some space and hits the three. Third triple tonight for Anthony Edwards.
Just 900 points just in that department.
And just a fourth or fifth, depending if Beasley has done it as well, as Edwards hits his second consecutive triple. Teammates couldn't get it to him. Randall the driving kick. Conley with Yabusele on him. Shot clock at 4. Edwards from the top of the key, and Anthony Edwards comes up clutch. Sixers would need the rebound and then call that timeout. Edwards doubles. Got to get a shot off. He does, and he hits it. Anthony Edwards is unbelievable.
He looked right over there like someone said, "You're not going to make this three," and he did. Turned around and was talking a little trash.
Meanwhile, Edwards, you knew it was a matter of time. He was 0 for 5 from 3 before that shot. It's his first one of the night.
36 seconds left in this third, and instead going the other way.
The Timberwolves have hit 6 3-pointers in the third quarter.
Having a quick chat on his way down the floor with Jonathan Sterling, saying he's been fouled twice already with no calls. Edwards open for 3. Randall set him up.
Until they prove that they can overcome that.
3 games left in the schedule. Edwards hits another 3. As Anthony Edwards returns to the floor for Minnesota. And gets up a shot immediately and drills a 3-pointer.
Talking this game, at this pace, we're going into the 140s, maybe even 150.
Edey puts up an air ball. He got it deep, couldn't score it. Anthony Edwards, he's knocked down 3 threes. Gets a screen from Gobert, make it 4 for 4 for the Ant-Man.
Well, but Aldama, same thing.
We'll be with you for the playoffs. We've got the full run starting in the play-in next Tuesday. And then on Friday, second chance here as Edwards hits a 3. Edwards couldn't get through the official screen.
I had it as a moving screen myself.
Here's Edwards. He shakes Aldama, buries another 3. Jackson frustrated, flailing his arms.
I thought he got fouled.
Edwards for three. Okay. The Ant-Man is on one tonight.
Double comes. Edwards for three. Boom.
Takes a hard kick out to Alexander Walker. Naz Reid on the floor. And Minnesota's got a deep bench. They stay healthy. Things could really be interesting in the West in postseason play.
However, they have been outplayed thus far by the Utah Jazz. Edwards for three. He got it.
Julius Randle was talking about the luxury of having that week off.
Edwards gives it up to Randle. Back to Edwards for three. Yes. 3 away from Beasley. Edwards fires a three. Boom!
Time coming out of the timeout.
Edwards for three. Yes, sir! He's 1 away. Edwards. Step back three. Cash! And with that three, he has tied Malik Beasley for the league lead in three-pointers made this season. He's ending the year on a high note. 11-point ball game. Edwards for three. There it is! Cash money. Anthony Edwards stands alone as the three-point king this season. Conley across the timeline, shadowed by Vincent. Edwards for three. Bottoms.
Snaps that thing above the rim. There's no reason why he can't do that.
Oh, beautiful crossover. Three ball. Money. Anthony Edwards with 16 on the night.
Randle. Thought about the step back, kicks it out. Edwards three, and got it. DiVincenzo had those orange shoes.
Oh, you remember?
I do, because they were Knicks colors, his forward team. Edwards three. Edwards pull up. Big shot by Edwards.